not to ask a lot of questions. I wanted to give you the complete picture so that everybody would know exactly what is going on. Okay, the beginning of questions now.
سعادة الفريق إذا كان يعني هذا ما حضرتك قلته في المرافقة المصرية حضرتك ما قرأت
spoke about all these issues today. You read to us most of what was said in the media anyway. So is there a conviction? Are the Arab foreign ministers convinced in your mission? And if they are convinced in your mission, why did we witness this escalation towards the Syrian government? And this led to the Syrian government announcing today that it rejects the decisions of the Arab League foreign ministers. It considered it a violation of the protocol and the Arab solution. Yes, this question should be asked to the Arab foreign ministers. I cannot comment on what they are convinced of. Yes, from Al-Ahram newspaper. I wish you success in your mission. And regarding the Arab League observers, are they in agreement with each other? There was a Moroccan observer, for example, who spoke with dismay and disappointment about the Arab League observers, and there was a contradiction in these statements which are being made. Yes, I'd like to tell you that we have a translation here of what was said, of the Article 11 actually. There is coherence between the Arab League observers and the monitors, the different groups. I have 13 countries represented in this Arab League mission, the mission of the observers. 13 countries. In order to be honest, these countries are Jordan, the United Arab Emirates, the Bahrain, Tunisia, Algeria, Saudi Arabia, Sudan, Iraq, Qatar, Kuwait, Egypt, Morocco and Mauritania. These 13 countries are represented in this Arab League group of observers, and they are playing a distinguished role. Their performance is unique, and I'd like to salute them. In front of all of you at this time, I would like to salute the efforts of these people who, of course, spread and traveled all around Syria. These groups, these 13 countries, we also have heads of the groups. Now, the head of each group, from where do they come from? I wanted the different leaders to be from different countries, not from one country, the leaders of the observers. In addition to that, we wanted countries who are different, who have diversity, so that the information submitted would be correct information, so that we don't give any room for any accusations. For example, that this country sides with Syria, or this country has a specific stance. Jordan was given, for example, a leadership post. The Emirates was given a leadership post in Qamishli. Al-Bahrain was given a leadership post in Tadmur. Tunisia was given a leadership post in Aleppo. Also Tunisia in Idlib. Algeria was given a leadership post in Dir'a. Algeria also exists in Tartus and Binyas. In Deir ez-Zor also, a different country in Bukamal. Sudan. So there was a distribution between the different countries of different duties. Iraq had a position in Homs, in one of the areas of Homs. In Al-Zarqa also, Iraq had a role. Qatar was in the reef of Damascus, or the Damascus countryside, and in Hama. This was all done deliberately There were 2 or other 3 countries who were represented. 2 countries represented in specific cities or provinces. So this would be like a smaller Arab League, a smaller body of the Arab League. But their performance comes and converges as one, because there is no difficulty in their communication with one another, because they all speak Arabic. So it was easy to converge all of their efforts together to bring about this report, to submit this report. They were all in agreement with each other, all of the Arab League monitors, and we have no contradiction in the stances of the Arab League observers. Regarding one of the people you spoke about, the Moroccan person, I think that this was an individual stance. He said that his wife was sick and his daughter was sick, and for humanitarian reasons we allowed him to leave, and we gave him permission to leave Syria. And the head of his mission told us that he was in the hotel and didn't leave. I also heard that he did participate on the 27th, and the 28th. I saw him in Homs. After that he came back and stayed in his hotel. We don't know anything about him other than the fact that he participated in Homs and then stayed in the hotel for 6 days. After that we allowed him to leave. And what he said on the television, on the media, concerns him and doesn't concern us, in reference to one of the observers, the Moroccan observer. Another question? One question, please. What are the mistakes which were committed by the Arab League observers? Has the nature of the duty changed? And second of all, there are 300 observers, is that correct? And we hear that there is a financial support which must reach $5 million. Did you get the appropriate financial support which you need? Yes, there were no mistakes made in this perspective, and I would like to salute this mission. It didn't make any mistakes. The mission is very clear. The mission of the Arab League, or the duty of the Arab League mission, is clear. The statement made by the Arab League ministers speaks about a peaceful transfer or a peaceful transformation in Syria. And I'd like to assure you that no amendments have been made to the mission of the Arab League group. And regarding the support which we need, yes, we did request support. We received political support, we received financial support, and we hope that this support reaches us as soon as possible in order for us to carry out the mission in the best way possible. Yes, I have a personal question to you. Allow me, in this question, there were doubts being expressed about you personally. Some people expressed doubt in you as an individual, and you are with us today, and we must allow you to defend yourself. Are there any pressures being applied against you personally? Are there any doubts from countries against you as an individual in order to lead to the failure of this mission? Second of all, we heard comments from the Syrian opposition which says that there are 900 people represented in one person, but we have helicopters, we have tanks on the ground, as the Syrian opposition says, tens of thousands who are protesting. They say that 10,000 people would have been killed if we by what the opposition says. If we believe what the Syrian opposition says, the thousands of people would be killed. You're saying that 900 people are being killed in 1 month. So we understand here, we want to understand what is the real number, what is the real situation. You also said that there were foreign media agencies with you, BBC, CNN, and some Syrian news agencies. You didn't speak about the Arab media outlets. Why? I know that some Arab media outlets were prevented from entering and from traveling together with the Arab League observers, and maybe these Arab channels, maybe these Arab media outlets, sometimes they might be the ones which would transfer the real picture, which would give us a real sense of the situation. First of all, I am someone who has a clear stance. I'm someone who has a clear stance, and I don't want to speak about what was said in the media about me. You stressed that a lot of was said about me in the media. No, I don't mean only the media. There were leaks made, leaks which reached us from some Arab foreign ministers. There are leaks regarding your personality, and the Syrian opposition also expressed doubts in you. And the observer mission, with all due respect, is not showing a clear picture. Yes, may God have mercy, or may God have mercy on the souls of people who know their limits. And regard the information which you get, we lived the situation on the ground, and we transferred the reality on the ground in the report. We didn't speak about anything which we didn't witness. And what was said about warplanes and tanks, I'd like to stress and assure you, ever since we went to Syria, all of the heavy military equipment was withdrawn. Was withdrawn from the streets. I must say what I saw. I don't say what the Syrian opposition wants me to say, nor do I say what the Syrian leadership wants me to say. What the government did, positive, is included in my report, and the negative things it's done is also included in my report. And hence, we did not see any warplanes, nor did we see any tanks or heavy military equipment on the ground. Now, regarding the media and the media outlets which were allowed to enter, we have Dubai, BBC, the German TV, Japanese TV, Chinese TV, Russian television, ISR, CNN, RTL, Associated Press, the French newspaper, Italian press, the Lebanese press, the Japanese television, Al-Qawsa, the Iranian television, Al-Iraqiyya, Canada, CBS, CBC, the Canadian CBS, the American New York Times. Al-Arabiya, of course, was present from a long time ago.
A press conference being held in Cairo regarding the Arab Leagues and the Arab League's findings so far in Syria. Now, we know that they spent a few weeks in Syria investigating the situation on the ground. You were looking at the head of the